Well, hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Adventures. My name is Flying Magpies and I'm here once again in my Minecraft world, bringing you all the adventures of my Minecraft. As you can see, I've put in some new glass bits and spruce leaves for my storage system, and I think it makes it have a nice entrance and all that. Quite a nice entrance. I actually have had to leave the spruce leaves and stuff off this side because I've still got to get in and put all the redstone in. As you can see, I've put it aside on the the hoppers, and that is actually a good start over there. I still need to put in all the redstone bits, the hopper lines going across, find an input chest, as well as figure out how to get the hoppers across to this side, the outer line. So that is a project that I may work on today. Now, one of the plans I had for today was to start building a church. It's not quite a functional building as such. It doesn't do anything in the terms of like the blacksmith does have the furnaces, or the potions room is for potion brewing. The church is just a building, aesthetic building, if you will, to make the town actually look a bit nice. I'm thinking of building on this side of the river, so which means I need to build another bridge across from here. Now, I've actually dug myself into a little bit of corner because the path actually goes over one of the widest bits of the river, or the longest bits of the river. So what I may do is to curve the path this way, so it comes round here and then bridges across to where it's not so wide. So I think I'm going to get started on that and then check back when I've started the bridge. These are times when I'm glad I have the sorting system going, or at least the storage system going. It's really easy now to get the resources I need. So I'm going to get some stone staircases, or some stone slabs. I'm going to get, I think I'll build these ones out of jungle. Now I don't have enough of the slabs, so I just have to go over to here, not that one, and get some more jungle wood. Not that many. So as you can see, it's really easy to get the resources I need, and that's one of the reasons to build a storage system. And there we have it, a second completed bridge across this river. Now, I was going to build the church over here, and I think I still will. I'm going to need quite a bit of room, so it's time to start clearing off these plants, and that's best done with a bucket of water. So if I put that down there, that clears away the water and I get some seeds out of it, which is a resource that I don't really need, but it's still nice to have. That said, now that I've built this bridge, and I now discover it does have a flaw, unlike this other bridge which you can actually go under with a boat. This bridge you can't, so I may redesign this bridge in the future and make it start a little bit back and go a little bit taller, but that's a project for a future episode. And here we have the beginnings of the medieval church. Now, as you can see, I've started with the stone base and a wood roof. And now this is because mainly in the medieval times they would have built the church out of stone, because it was a building that was meant to last the test of time with all the rain and all the weather. Now, strictly speaking, I should make the roof out of some kind of stone but I don't have another kind of stone in the slabs that isn't a grey type. And so I've made it wood here to make it stand out against the stone. I suppose if and when the andesite and the diorite blocks get their slab varieties, I could change this to a red roof, that is the granite slabs, but that is a little while off. So I'm going to continue work. I'm probably going to extend this probably 10, 20 to 15 blocks out this way, maybe have a side door on this side, and then a small office or so, baptismal or something, back in the back here. As you can see, I have started putting in the boundary for the church. It is made out of the stone, the mossy cobblestone, the andesite and cobblestone, as well as polished andesite. I believe this gives it a nice weathered look, as well as breaking up the texture, so it's not just all one block. I believe that makes it look quite nice. As you can see, I've also put in a nice little bit of a an offshoot back here, and this is for the bell tower that's going to extend up probably 10, not just 10, maybe 15 blocks into the sky, and that will be it, well, the bell tower. Now, churches traditionally also were the burial grounds for dead people, so I'm trying to think if I want the burial grounds on the right hand side of the church, that's from the road. So, on this side over here, that would be next to the river, or do I want it on this side next to the tree farm? At the moment I'm thinking put it on the river side, which probably means I do need a bit of a side door in here. Maybe I'll put one here, and then extend this out a bit, and we'll go from there. But yes, I'm going to start building this up and then see how we go. Now that I've built up the place a bit, it does look a lot like a prison there, which is definitely not what I'm trying to go for. So I might have to do a little bit of a stylistic thing, like put a spire on one end on this entrance, definitely build up the bell tower on one end. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of work to make sure it looks more like a church and not like a prison. Well, as you can see, I've finally finished off the church. It's got a big cross on the top, and when I say finished, the outside is finished. I've still got to put in bits on the inside to make it actually look like a church. All the pews, the preacher's pedestal, and the bell tower, which I'll leave until I actually get the update with the bell in it. If we come out this side, this way, however, as you can see, I've put in some of the the gravestones with some coaster and some cobble walls on the riverside, because I'm actually referring to a book to build these buildings, and the book had them on the riverside. Man, the more I look at this, the more I think it's still missing something. It's still missing some sparkle. Just something to make it look as if it is actually a church and not just a random building with a big cross on the top. If you do have any ideas on how I can improve this building, leave a comment in the comment section below. And as you can see, I've started building the inside of this church with all the pews, as well as where the speaker for the day is preaching, so a little bit there. And yes, they can actually jump up there, so they're going to have to be careful not to do so. But one thing I have noticed, that the inside of this looks a little bit unsupported. The roof just looks like it's just hanging there. So what I might need to do is put some supports in, and I think I'm going to do that by putting a bit of a log frame. As you can see, I've started a log frame here, so I think I'll do the same on the edges here. So I'm going to start by doing this and go along, and I'll come back when I finish that. And as I'm doing this, you might wonder why I'm putting the slab first and then the log, and that's because that if I put the log on this level, then it's actually going to show on the roof, which I don't want at all. So I'm going to have to do it this way to ensure that the building looks as good inside and out. Although I suppose I'm sacrificing, in this case, the look inside for the look outside. But in this case, I don't think I'm going to be using this building much, for other than it's just a decoration building for the most part. So I don't think it really matters what it looks as much on the inside. It still needs to look good, of course, but then again, not as good as if it was functional. And just the addition of that simple timber frame on the inside of the building actually gives it a little bit more depth as well, so it does look slightly nicer there. And I think that is just about, this building is just about complete. What I do need to do is also add a little bell at the top, which I will again just wait for the new update, the 1.9 I think it is for Bedrock. And yeah, so when the bell gets implemented, I'm going to put that in, then hang a bell rope, which will just be a spruce or a dark oak fences all the way down to here, so it looks like a bell rope. And then I might need to edit the top of the top of this building, so it actually looks like a bell tower. Now, I did have an idea to do another building right near the church, but I'm going to explain that after I do this bit. Now, one thing that was really annoying as I was building the church was that I had to keep going to the other entrance on this side of here, so I'm going to start building a second entrance for this storage system on this side. And there we have it, one completed second entrance. Now it does look a little bit dark here, and when I get some glowstone, I am going to put some glowstone into the behind the spruce leaves, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Anyway, moving on from there, it's time to start on that next project that I mentioned just before this clip. That next project I was talking about is a parson's cottage. I'm going to put it right next to the church, because I believe that's traditionally where the parson lives. So it's going to be a reasonably big building, but not as big as the church. And I'm going to have to collect quite a bit of resources. So I'm going to go do that, and then come back when I've got them what I need. However, I am getting a little bit tired of having to wade across this river every single time I want to go into the storage, because the storage tunnel is just over here somewhere, so I reckon that's where I should build the tunnel. I'm just going to make sure this is correctly aligned, so this is on x equals 19, so let's see where that would end up here. And I think that is just about right, so I think that is a perfect location for the thingamabob, for the bridge. So y equals 19 is here, and that's where I can continue building, so I'll check back in when I have finished building the bridge. And here we have it, one completed bridge. Now I've gone with a slightly different design, given that the two sides of the bridge aren't exactly the same level. So here it just keeps going up, 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 up until this level, and then you can see the storage tunnel down there. So this gives me nice and easy access to the things I need to go on to this next project, which of course is that Parsons cottage I said earlier. Actually, thinking about it, I'm not quite satisfied with the way this bridge is, because I originally did it with each level just being 2 blocks, and then the last 2 layers were actually 4. So I think I'm going to take out this entire middle section of the bridge, all the wood bits, and then rebuild it and see how we go. So again, I'll check back when I am finished that. Okay, and for the second time, this bridge is now complete. I think it looks a lot better with the even what do you call them, levels. So 3 on each level, ending with the paths up here. Now you will note that I've actually left a couple of these bits open, and that's because I want the grass to grow out so I can actually get a path block in here. Anyway, moving on again, back to the Parsons cottage. The next thing I'd like to do is actually put some trees into this landscape, and I'm a little bit lazy. I don't think I can build a nice custom tree, even though there are plenty of YouTube videos teaching you how to do one. So I'm just going to build bone meal a few of these birch saplings, and hopefully they look good. I think I'll stick near the river. That one took a while. I think I'll put quite a few near the river and continue on from there. So that's quite a good start for now. I think we need one over here somewhere. So not near where the proposed road's going to go. Yeah, that's good. And then one over here somewhere. So these trees aren't for gathering wood as per se, but they're more for decorating the town and making it look quite nice. Anyhow, moving on from there, I think it's time to do a little bit more work on my storage system. It's quite a big project, so I am still dipping into it a little bit. Now I still haven't quite decided if I want this bit to be actually hooked into the automatic storage sorting. I'm thinking probably not, because these are the items I'm not going to use so often. Same on the back wall over there. I also need quite a bit of cobblestone because I'm actually out of it, so this is actually a good opportunity to get myself some of that. And one of the main reasons why I need cobble is because I want to make this entire section consistent, so it's not all so it doesn't change the type of resource that it uses halfway through. I could of course use any kind of resource, but I think it looks nicer, even though I'm not going to be in here a lot. It looks nicer to be using the same thing all the way through. Of course, with the other levels or air bits, I can and probably will use a different resource, say diorite, because I do have a lot of that available. And I did think about it now. I could of course use dirt, but I don't want to use dirt because if an enderman got in here, they could steal that dirt block, and then the entire sorting system gets broken because of the lack of one block. So that's definitely a good reason not to use dirt. Anyway, that's now finished. I need to put in the resources. I need to put in the subscribe things, the subscribe blocks, so just like those. Although I don't have to make them out of cobble. I probably should actually have made it out of dirt, because that's another resource that I have heaps of. If I come round to the front, I'll show you exactly what I mean. I have an entire chest full of dirt, so I probably should have renamed those instead. Which that said, I could probably actually take out all the cobblestone in here and change it all to dirt. So I think I will do that and see how we go from there. Okay, and now this side is just about done. Of course, I still need to put the line of hoppers going across. The 2 lines of hoppers going across the top, and I need to fill in these hoppers with the items that need to be sorted. But other than that, the redstone's all done. It's nice and easy once you've got a whole stack of resources, especially the redstone. I think I had nearly a full stack of redstone blocks. I had smelted up 8 stacks of the stone blocks, and I also had a lot of sticks, so I could make all the repeaters and comparators that I need, and of course I had a lot of quartz available. So all those resources is why I have a sorting system. It just makes it easier to build things when I need them. As you can see, I've made a little bit more progress. On the far wall I've dug out the 2 blocks that I need. On this wall I've put in the chest, although I now realise that I actually should have put in a birch wood slab. So on this side I've dug out what I need, and I am putting in the slabs landing. I should probably make sure that it doesn't go double, so I don't use that resource. So yeah, I'm now putting those in to make sure it looks nice. And there we go. And now I just have to put those back in, and there we go. I probably should actually light up the back round there, but I don't really mind as much. Anyway, I'll keep doing that and come back. Yeah, I'll come back when I think I've finished all that. And of course on this side I'm going to make sure that I actually take out this line before I put in the chest, because that would be a lot better than what I did last time on the other side. Okay, and as you can see I've started putting in the chest on this side. However, I'm just about out of wood. I do have a few logs in each of these compartments, but I'm pretty much out of wood, so that means I'm now going to have to go, not chopping, I'm going to have to go chopping trees for more wood. And of course this is why I have a tree farm, because now every single one of these trees I believe is now fully grown, so that's going to be a whole stack of logs. I don't think I've got quite enough axes. I've only got 2 iron axes, and that's probably not going to be quite enough to get all these trees, but I'll do my best. Okay, as you can see I've now finished up chopping down all the trees. However, I did happen to notice that I didn't get as much dark oak or birch or acacia that I like, so I noticed that I'm now getting to some bone meal and going to plant all those and bone meal all of them, and so I can have an ample supply of wood available for when I next need it. And there we have it. After several plantings and a couple of replantings, I finally got the tree farm all up and running again. So I've got the oak here, and then I've got 2 lines of spruce, 1 in the 4 and 1 in the 6, the 5 of dark oak and 6 of the jungle, and then 2 lines of birch and 2 lines of acacia. And now, having collected all that wood, I've now finished up all these chests. Now of course I still need to decorate it, but I think that's a job for a future episode, because unfortunately that's all I've got time for today. So if you have liked this video, especially with the building of some of the 2 important buildings of a medieval town, a church and a house for the pastor, so yeah, if you have liked this episode, remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, which I've got something quite a bit different planned for, so you have to stand by and see that when it comes out. So, goodbye!